All right, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Praino. How's it going, guys? Awesome. I'm excited to be here tonight. Like they said, I'm very new to Venice. I just moved here from New York City, so I'm excited to have found, you know, a comedy show in the neighborhood. Also, just the concept behind the show, I think, is really awesome. You know, having us come up here and perform in a way that we don't usually perform. I think that's fun, which is what I'm going to try to do for you guys tonight by performing sober. Yeah, it's kind of outside the box for me, but see how it goes, you know? If I'm bombing, just throw me cocaine, that'd be awesome. No, it's seriously, I'm from New York. I recently moved here, so I thought I'd just, you know, to do something kind of new, I just talk about, you know, some observations that I've had about Los Angeles since I've been in town, because it's just so different from New York. The first thing I noticed when I arrived is shit closes out here. Like, what the fuck is that about, you know? Like, the first day in town, I went down to Abbot Kinney. It's supposed to be like the hip fucking spot in town to get some pizza. I went in there and they were like, yeah, we stopped serving at like 10. Like, what are you guys, out of pizza, you know? Who eats pizza before fucking 10 o'clock? You know what I mean? In New York, I get pizza usually around 5:30, 6 in the morning, you know? Right before I start doing like lots of cocaine, you know? It's like in New York, the only reason you would ever close is if like the Board of Health, you know, it'll shut you down. And it's just like close for the night, you know? But what else is different? When I was out, you know, the first thing I noticed out here, because you got to do a lot more driving, you know, which is way different in New York. I drove a lot in New York, but there's just so many more rules out here. Like the first day I was in a car, I'm going to make a left turn, and my girlfriend's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't be making a turn while that guy's in the crosswalk. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like in New York, not only can you drive when people in the crosswalk, like you get points for running those fuckers over. You know what I mean? Like you run somebody over in the crosswalk, they're like, I didn't see you, you got me. Good work. You don't get a ticket for like hitting people unless you leave them in the street, in which case you get a ticket for littering, you know? Yeah, shove them in a garbage can after you run them over. But I'm scared to kind of drive around here because, you know, you can get this drunk driving. And in New York, no one gets pulled over for drunk driving, you know? Because to get pulled over for drunk driving, you have to be driving erratically, you know? In New York, everybody's driving erratically. If you're not driving erratically, they can pull you over. And like, if you're not driving erratically, what do you want? You know, what, you smoking weed? Is that why you're all paranoid? You're driving like a normal human being? But I actually love drunk driving. I know that's a terrible thing to say. You guys should not do it. I just happen to be really good at it, you know? So I'm gonna keep it up. But my friends always give me shit, you know? They're always saying the same thing. They're like, you know, Joe, you could really ruin some family. You know, like what if you run a little kid over? Like what if you kill a little kid drunk driving? Wouldn't you feel bad then? And it's like, I'm not driving at noon on a Tuesday through schoolyards, you know? If I make a hard left and get that little one playing tetherball, like, this is after the bars close on a Saturday night. If I hit a little kid, he's probably up to no good, right? I'm doing the state a favor taking out that little bastard. I mean, what is he doing up, right? He's out causing trouble, selling drugs, you know? I'm not gonna fucking run him over, I'm gonna buy some drugs, you know? Give him a nice tip. My favorite thing, certainly, about moving out here, though, the one change I really like is legal marijuana. Give a round of applause for you guys for legal marijuana. That's amazing. That's been the best thing ever. Because in New York, like, for example, here, I went into this legal, you know, weed place the other day. I got my card, and I went in, and I got my weed, and the guy gave me a receipt, and I left. I was like, that was fucking amazing, you know? In New York, you know what I would have to do to get in and out and fucking get with a receipt? Like, that doesn't happen. I gotta go over to my dealer's place, pretend I like him, pretend I care about his fucking wife, you know? Play Xbox with him for like 3 hours. Then bring it up awkwardly that, you know, I'm here for weed, bro. Like, can I get some of that shit already? My friends are waiting, you know? But the best part is I go into this weed store, you know, my first time in there, and the guy wants to give me the whole pitch, you know? He's like, oh, we got all kinds of stuff, bro. We got sativas and indicas. We got hybrids. He's like, have you been to our edibles section? I was like, edibles? What are you talking about? He's like, come here. He's like, we got brownies, cookies, lollipops, sorbet. I was like, what? He's like, we got chocolates. I was like, chocolates? I'll take 50, you know? So I go home, right? I got this bag of chocolates, right? I eat one, right? I get stoned. Now I got this bag of chocolates, right? You see how this is a fucking vicious cycle? 2 hours later, I wake up naked. My dog's talking to me. He's like, you've had too much, bro. Too much. Anyway, that's my time, everybody. You guys have been awesome.